Hi, and welcome to the Market Alert for Tuesday, the 5th of March 2024. So gold and Bitcoin close at record highs as bonds and stocks dip. I take exception to the fact that gold has closed at all-time highs. I'll show you why shortly. Well, certainly not with the MT4 platform that I'm using. But nonetheless, the market's up and silver allowed to move up too. US stocks were choppy and finished marginally lower in catalyst light trade. And another headline, stocks subdued as mega caps struggle in the face of Bitcoin and gold euphoria. I wouldn't call it euphoric in the metals market by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm happy to see the price of silver go up for the time being. It's got to get above $26 to maintain any sort of breakout, but that's coming later. Forex Factory, US news today, ISM 3 p.m, and then tomorrow we get into Powell speaking, so it'll be interesting to see how this is going to affect the markets. He's speaking on Wednesday and also on Thursday as well. Right, let's have a look at the markets, kick off with the Dow and work our way through to yesterday's trades. So in the Dow, market's struggling to move higher at the moment. There's a bit of weakness around overnight as well, as can be seen there. The market's also below the 5-bar moving average in the daily. The market, it is also due a breather as well. We've had such a massive move as we looked at the numbers yesterday in the Dow and in the DAX. 6,500 I think it was in the Dow since October, and nearly 4,000 in the DAX. So the markets are due for a breather, and I think it's starting to look a bit ominous and looking for a bit of a breather. That may come with Powell, who says that he's going to remain hawkish, and that will send the markets lower. But they certainly need to take a bit of the heat out of the markets for sure. And we'll see what happens over the next few days. The Dow moving up on the open of the cash markets, but failing to hold, and overnight the market also trading down, but still above the low, unlike the German DAX. So in the German DAX, the market, having put the all-time high in during Friday's session, didn't yesterday get anywhere near this, and is coming down below the 5-bar moving average and also yesterday's low. So I've drawn in some numbers there on the downside, some targets where it could retrace to. 30-minute chart, very choppy, as you can see there. We were down, we were up, we were down, we were up. And that was the same pattern all the way through. And then overnight, we've moved lower. We've also filled the gap as well, and we've taken out the low. Don't be put off, though. The market can soon run back to yesterday's low. That'll be the first point of any recovery or rally back from the trading below the lows currently at 6:30 a.m. When the futures open at 7 a.m, you may see a different pattern where the market's then moving back to the upside. And in the S&P 500, new all-time high, the only market making one yesterday at 5149.7. This coming late on in the session, but I think it's the last one for a while. And there you can see the market moving up yesterday, stopping and then leaving behind the high that we've got here. You can also see that we're currently trading below the low as well. So again, you're going to need a bit of momentum and a bit of fresh buying to move back towards these highs. But like I say, I think we're due for a bit of a correction in these markets. UK also down yesterday, down on the overnight, taking out the low as well. There's nothing, no major news that's would indicate that these markets should be moving lower overnight from the prospect of Powell speaking tomorrow. 30-minute FT down one way, a bit of a bounce yesterday afternoon with the Dow, but overnight following suit and below the low there as well. In the US dollar, waiting for Powell and non-farm payrolls on Friday, so the market sideways there, so sort of detached at the moment from the metals prices, which we'll have a look at now. So kicking off with silver, allowed to move up for a second day. What is going on? This is not normal by any means, but trading up towards 78% retracement there, $24 an ounce, and we'll see whether it can continue to move higher. $26 is, I think, the area where it needs to break out. Let's just have a look at this in a bit more detail. It may not be 26, it may be 25. $26. I thought it was. So $26 is what it's got to break. It's traded here. This is on the monthly chart, isn't it? So it's back to May of last year when we did $26. And ever since then, we've been stuck in the sideways range. The only good thing about being stuck in a sideways range is if we do break out, then we will get a decent move up. But it's been a few years, it'll be 4 years in sort of June, July, since we had the all-time highs. I think it's here, actually. It's not all-time highs. Sorry, the COVID highs, as I call them. So what have we got to get through? This is when they came in and slammed the price when we got to $30 an ounce. So we've got a bit to go yet to get anywhere near this, but I'm sure they'll come in and hammer the price anytime soon. All they need is a comment from Powell, and down she'll go once more. In the 30-minute chart, you can see the move to the upside. It's unusual, very unusual to see this. And in gold, if we go to the monthly chart, the all-time high is 2136. This was made last year, in December of last year. And like I say, it's not all-time highs. It depends which market. I mean, obviously the COMEX are reporting that it is. So we'll give them the benefit of doubt because all of the MT4 platforms are priced differently. But yeah, 2136 on this platform to all-time highs, but back above the $2,000 area, which is great to see. And it'll drag silver along, of course, as it moves up as well. And there's the daily chart trading up to the high that we saw a few weeks ago in December the 4th at 2,110 before they slammed the market back down. And it's been trading sideways since. Yesterday, there was no stopping it. The interesting thing is with Bitcoin making all-time highs and gold on the COMEX maybe making all-time highs, it's interesting to see how steady the dollar is. Very interesting there, because that should be falling out of bed as they're opposite, inversely related. So again, something strange is going on, isn't it? Very strange. The markets have been strange for a while, but there we go. Right, let's have a quick look at the gold-silver ratio. Allowed to move down yesterday, obviously, because silver being so cheap. Any move to the upside will see the gold-silver ratio narrow. It came down towards that sort of 88 level, currently trading at this price. I wouldn't be at all surprised that, like I say, over the next few days that they'll move this back to the upside. They just won't allow the price of silver to move higher. They haven't done for 50 years, so why start now? Let's move on, have a look at yesterday's trades. So yesterday's market action, prices already trying to move higher in the pre-market session, and then we get to the main session and the market was sideways, then eventually started to move to the upside. This trade wasn't filled, and market coming off the close and then failing first of all, and then moving up, as you can see there, up to the DP. And that was it. And then the rest of the morning, the market just drifted lower. And then all the way through to the afternoon, we ended up back at the low. Had a sell-off in the Dow futures there before the Dow opened. Market hitting the low, and that's more or less where it stayed for the remainder of the trading session, just keeping it off those lows. And then coming back with the Dow as it moved higher in the evening session or the afternoon New York time. Overnight, the market is below the low, which we've already seen. You can see prices moving lower. It's sitting at the BRN now. It is 20 minutes to 7 a.m. So watch at 7. See if they can use the futures to bring the market back to the low there. Okay, that will do it for this one. Just the ISM numbers at 3 p.m. Other than that, the market will make its own direction. It's looking pretty weakish to start off with. See whether that weakness is maintained and held. But other than that, as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.